And we are back for our MLB Best Bets here on the channel for July 6th. We've got, again, all 30 teams playing today in Major League Baseball. We've got a different type of slate for Sunday, considering we have a night game at 7:05 between the Giants and the A's, so we're actually going to have a best bet for that game. We've got an 8:35 game as well between the Braves and the Orioles. I got nothing for that personally, but anyways, yeah, we've got games all day long today. We've got approximately, 14 hours of baseball being played today, so a lot of action here for our MLB Best Bets. And before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. There's more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. This week on Greedo Plays MMA, our UFC Fight Night Nashville predictions. Derek Lewis taking on Taliesin Teixeira in the heavyweight division. That video is linked in the description down below. Go check that video out if you have not yet, and go subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA. Subscribe to that channel, subscribe to this channel as we get on now to the first of our 5 best bets for this MLB Sunday, kicking things off with our Nerfy of the day. Yesterday was brutal. Mookie Betts, of course. Framber Valdez pitches, 15 straight innings without giving up a run. He gives one up in the first inning. Solo shot by Mookie, who's been really bad this year. But it's fine. It's fine. The Nerfy today is going to be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We've got the Phillies, and we've got the Cincinnati Reds. I'm going to break this down for you in the easiest way possible. We did have the Nerfy for this game on July 4th. On the 4th of July. Did not go our way. Okay, this is the easiest way I can put this for you. Zach Wheeler is going to get 3 outs, all right? I don't care who's hitting for the Reds. I know, again, Elly De La Cruz is tremendous. I get that. Zach Wheeler has been the best pitcher, arguably, in the National League this year. I would still rank him second behind Paul Skeens. I fully expect Paul Skeens to be the National League All-Star Game starter. But, man, Zach Wheeler has a .58 ERA in the month of June. Wow. He gave up 1 run against the Cubs on June 9th. 1 run against the Toronto Blue Jays on June 15th, and he's gone 3 straight starts for a combined 19 innings without giving up a single run. I'll be damned if he gives up a run in the first inning against the Reds. I mean, seriously. Zach Wheeler's been this good, 2.27 ERA so far this season. This is 6th best in baseball. But legitimately, who on the Reds do you think is going to, come through and bring in a run against Zach Wheeler? Matt McLain, Santiago Espinal, Elly De La Cruz, Austin Hayes, Spencer Steer. Sure, Elly gets on that speed. He causes some havoc on the base paths. Sure. Elly blasts one into the seats. Probably not. I'm just going to be honest. All right. I think Zach Wheeler is more than fine to get us the 3 outs. The more concerning part here, though, is obviously with Chase Burns. I will always break Nerfies down this way. And don't get me wrong. I really like this Nerfy. I like it for Wheeler and Burns. But I will always say this. You look at Nerfies and you say, okay, I have an ace on the mound. We have a top 5 pitcher in the game of baseball right now. A guy who, again, is going to get Cy Young votes, who is right there neck and neck with Paul Skeens for the best pitcher in the National League and Zach Wheeler. You know he's going to get 3 outs. He's gone 19 straight innings without giving up a single run. The Cincinnati Reds of all teams aren't going to be the team to break that in the first inning. So we get -125 essentially, because Wheeler's a lock. We get -125 for Chase Burns to go out there in the bottom of the first inning and get us 3 outs. Okay. So it's been a mixed bag, I'll say, of Chase Burns so far. The ERA's 13, obviously, right? The rookie out of Tennessee. His first start was good. I thought it was good given the circumstances, right? We had the Nerfy for his initial start. He went out there, got us 3 outs against Aaron Judge and company, obviously, with the New York Yankees. He only got 1 out in his last start against the Boston Red Sox. And that's why this line is where it's at. Because, again, Burns against the Yankees, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. That'll play. 8 strikeouts, great. 0 walks, amazing. Against the Yankees, taking that. Against the Red Sox, though, 1/3 inning, 5 hits, 7 runs. 5 of those were earned, 2 walks. Can't have that. I fully expect Chase Burns to bounce back. I believe in the stuff of Chase Burns. I think he's going to be a very good pitcher in this league for a very long time. I mean, both him and I guess I'm just going to immediately group him with Jacob Misiorowski because they both came up at the same time. I know Misiorowski just struggled in his last start as well. I think both of these guys are going to be fine. Now, again, are they going to reach like Paul Skeens levels? I don't know. I think, again, there's always going to be the mindset, especially with a guy like Chase Burns, right? SEC pitcher coming out of college. You kind of expect, all right, the impact that Paul Skeens had for LSU. I'm telling you, Paul Skeens is just a generational talent. But I do think Chase Burns, again, is still going to be very solid. He had a bad start against the Red Sox. What do you want out the guy? I mean, I'll talk about the Red Sox in just a few moments here, but I just saw the Boston Red Sox put up 9 runs in 3 innings yesterday. That is a good team. And I get it. Philly out their best. Yeah, they can give you trouble. Turner, Schwarber, Bryce, Alec Boehm, Castellanos. There's guys there. I think Burns is going to get the 3 outs. I think he can get Trey. Schwarber hit a home run yesterday. I don't think he does it in back-to-back days, especially in the first inning. And then there's Bryce. Bryce Harper yesterday went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. There's obviously something wrong with Bryce Harper. I firmly believe that. He's gotten, 1 hit since his return? He's like 1 for 11 since he came back. And he doesn't play every single day. Oh no, he got 2 hits. Oh, he's like 3 for 11 in all fairness. But I don't know. Just the power is really not there right now. He said he's playing hurt. He said nothing changed with the injury. I just don't like it. As a fan of Bryce Harper, I don't like it. I know the Nationals aren't probably going to be in the playoffs. I want to see Bryce Harper be healthy to play in the playoffs because that's where he's at his best. Anyways, I think Chase Burns is able to get those outs. And ultimately, again, when I break this down, I'm going to take minus 125 for Chase Burns to go and try to get 3 outs against the Phillies because I know Zach Wheeler is going to get 3 outs against the Reds. So give me the Nerfy here from Citizens Bank Park. Nerfy did hit yesterday with Nick Lodolo and Ranger Suarez on the mound. Again, 2 really good pitchers as well. Zach Wheeler has arguably been the best pitcher in the National League. And Chase Burns, we just need you to come through. So give me the Nerfy here in Philly between the Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. Okay, our second best bet of the video. We're going Boston Red Sox minus 2.5. I know. You can also, and I don't mind this either, I believe it's about the same odds. Boston Red Sox team runs total over, which I believe is 5.5. That's at, I think, plus 105. I don't mind that either, but here's my rationale for going Red Sox minus 2.5 instead. Garrett Crochet's pitching. And with the exception of, Abrams and Wood, I don't really see anybody doing anything against Garrett Crochet. So I think there are really limited spots in which the Nationals are actually going to score today. Max, I think the Nats scored 2 runs. The Boston Red Sox are going to score 5. And that's the thing. Their team total over is 5.5. I'd rather just play the minus 2.5 here for Boston. Now, again, I hate picking against my own team, but in circumstances like this is what we have to do. Shinosuke Agaswara starring today for the Washington Nationals. I'll get to him in a second. But the way the Nats are playing right now, they've gotten completely just bitched in back-to-back games here against the Boston Red Sox. Hell, Red Sox fans have made Nats Park look like Fenway Park in terms of just the crowd. It's a Boston Red Sox crowd in DC, which is just absolutely disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach. But Garrett Crochet is starting tonight for the Boston Red Sox. He's got a 2.34 ERA. He leads baseball in strikeouts with 144. I remember when that was Mackenzie Gore. And Garrett Crochet is coming off of arguably his worst start of the season against the Cincinnati Reds. He went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits and 5 runs. That's by far his worst start all year long. Look at the 3 starts he had prior to the Cincinnati start. Against the Yankees, 8 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run. Mariners, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. Angels, 7 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs, 10 strikeouts. Oh, by the way, that last start, that was really bad for him. Yeah, he still had 9 Ks. The Nats aren't going to be able to hit the ball, okay? They're just not going to be able to. And even the guys that I trust, CJ, James Wood, lefty-lefty matchups. Nathaniel Lowe, we can trust, had his second triple of his career yesterday, 2 in the same week. I can't, lefty-lefty Nathaniel Lowe, don't like it. Josh Bell's been a really reliable bat. He's still not all that reliable, though, from the right side of the plate. So a really good lefty, an ace lefty like Garrett Crochet, it really screws us, I'm not going to lie. Yesterday's game, man, I thought I was in a nightmare watching yesterday's game between the Washington Nationals and the Boston Red Sox. And I kept trying to pinch myself to wake up from a dream, but no, that was real. It's what nightmares are made out of. Walker Buehler going into your own home ballpark. Boston Red Sox fans, by the way, everywhere. It feels like a Red Sox home game. And Walker Buehler going 5 quality innings against your baseball team. And oh, by the way, he had 9 runs of support in that game. Guys, Mitchell Parker might be a great human being. I've never met the guy. I don't want to watch Mitchell Parker pitch anymore for my baseball team. 6 innings, and sure, I'll give him credit. He did finish the final 3 innings without giving up a run, but it was already 9-1 at that point in time. He gave up 9 runs in the first 3 innings. What are we doing? And sure, 4 of them were earned. Yeah, great. 5 of them were unearned because Mitchell Parker made an error himself on the mound. Guys, there's a stat out there. Mitchell Parker, I believe, has had 19 attempts to make plays in the field. I believe in his career, Mitchell Parker is 11 for 19 on fielding opportunities this year. Yeah, you heard that right. He's made 8 errors in 19 attempts for PFPs. What are we doing? That's why teams always bunt against Mitchell Parker. But guys, oh, no, do not fear anymore. We have called up a new pitcher. Trevor Williams is probably out for the season. Haha, welcome in Shinosuke Agaswara. Oh, I'm so pumped. From Japan, I'm so excited. What do you mean he has a 6 ERA in AAA this season? What do you mean he hasn't pitched since what? Oh, 4 weeks ago in June? Oh, what do you mean this guy had a 13.5 ERA in spring training? What? It's a joke. Cade Cavalli, I understand he's not pitching all that well in AAA right now, but Cade Cavalli's about to be 27 years of age, okay? It's sink or swim time for Cade Cavalli. Why isn't he up and pitching right now? I don't care if he hasn't shown the best stuff. He still has a better ERA than Shinosuke, and oh, by the way, he actually throws kind of hard, unlike Agaswara, who is literally just Trevor Williams again. He's a left-handed Trevor Williams who arguably might be worse. Oh my goodness. You know the only reason we're doing this, right? It's just to sell tickets. Where the learners are trying to reach into that Japanese fan base. I don't know if there's ever been a bad Japanese pitcher over the last 4 years in the MLB. The only one I can think of is Fujinami for the Athletics. I hope Agaswara is good. But guys, Garrett Crochet versus Shinosuke Agaswara today is Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. It's the meme, obviously, if you've seen it. That's what I'm referring to. Oh. It's just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. What are we doing? Boston Red Sox -2.5. This is what they got me doing, man. I'm picking against my own team, and not just to lose. No. Not to just lose by 2 runs, but to lose by 3 runs. This is what the learners have got me doing. I love being a Nationals fan. Our third best bet of the video. I'm pumped to watch quality baseball here. I don't miss Paul Skeens starts. I just don't. Okay, and I am still the biggest Dylan Cruz guy you're going to find. Okay, Dylan Cruz is still going to be one of the faces of the sport. Just you wait. Okay, Dylan Cruz, I think, will still have a better career than Paul Skeens. I believe. I hope. But I don't miss watching Paul Skeens starts, man. I am seated every time Paul Skeens takes the bump. We take the Pittsburgh Pirates when Paul Skeens pitches. Okay, because guys, there is going to come a day where the Pittsburgh Pirates just start getting this guy the most run support you can think of, because he's going to show up. I mean, I know Tarek Skubal is great. I know Garrett Crochet is great. I know that I know that Mackenzie Gore and Zach Wheeler are great pitchers as well. Logan Webb's amazing too. There's no one in the league I'm taking over Paul Skeens. There's nobody in the league, and he's 23 years of age. And that just shows you, again, how good Dylan Cruz is going to be in a little bit. But anyways, this is the best pitcher in the major leagues. He's got a 2 ERA, yet he has a 4-7 record. Again, there's going to come a time eventually, and we're just waiting. We're waiting to cash in on it. And sure, the Pirates have actually been winning quite a bit of Paul Skeens starts recently, but he doesn't get the technical win on it. There is going to come a time where Paul Skeens actually will get an actual win for the Pirates. He hasn't recorded a win for the Pirates since late May against the Diamondbacks, where they actually got him a lot of run support. That's the last time he's gotten run support. Was very late May. Oh, man. Pirates haven't scored yet in Seattle. So, their fortune's got to turn around eventually. So that's why we're taking Pittsburgh here, okay? Again, they have not scored yet at T-Mobile Park against the Mariners. A 1-0 loss yesterday for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I believe it was Brendan Williamson, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, Ben Williamson. Apologies. Ben Williamson with an RBI single in the bottom of the 6th scored the only run yesterday at T-Mobile Park between the Mariners and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Again, it was a 1-0 victory for Seattle. The first game was 6-0 for the Mariners. Pittsburgh had 2 hits yesterday. They were both Spencer Horwitz, who is their leadoff hitter. That's amazing. Again, they have to turn around eventually. George Kirby's pitching for the Mariners. He's been much better. I'm not going to go through my normal spiel about George Kirby, at least what we had early in the season of George Kirby coming off of injury. And I was saying, oh, he's not as good as he once was. The ERA was up to, 8 at one point, like 5 starts in. No, George Kirby's been pretty good. I'm not going to deny that. I need the Pittsburgh Pirates to score 1 run. I'm so serious. I need them to score 1 run off of George Kirby and then 1 run off the Seattle Mariners bullpen, and they're going to win the baseball game. Guys, the Mariners, they only scored 1 run yesterday as well, right? They had 5 hits. They're not scoring on Paul Skeens. The only possibility they have to score on Skeens is Cal Raleigh. Now, the Pirates did walk Raleigh 3 times yesterday, so Raleigh only had 1 official at-bat in which he struck out. They're not going to let Cal Raleigh beat them. Obviously, on the 4th of July, Raleigh went yard against Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens isn't really scared of anybody, though, so he's going to just attack Cal Raleigh, and that's a matchup that I think we're going to win with Paul Skeens, because, again, when you have the best pitcher in the major leagues, you tend to favor the best pitcher in the major leagues. So, I'm fine with that. I think Paul Skeens is going to go after Raleigh. I think, again, he's going to get him to bite, likely on the splinker. We're going to be okay there with Paul Skeens. And I don't think the Mariners score at all. I know their hitting's been better, but when you face them off against the best pitcher in baseball, I don't think they're going to be fine. So again, I implore the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are, I understand, a horrible road team. They're 12-31 this season. Just get us 1 run against George Kirby, okay? Give me an Andrew McCutchen double and then a Brian Reynolds single, okay? That's all I ask. Or a Spencer Horwitz single, or a Spencer Horwitz double, and then a Brian Reynolds RBI base knock. Okay, that's all I ask. 2 runs would be great. But I'm just hoping after the end of 7 innings, this is a 1-run game. And the Pirates are up 1-0. Because I think Paul Skeens is going to go 7 innings of shutout baseball. And I just think David Bednar and whoever the hell is going to pitch the 8th inning for us tomorrow. The Pirates have bullpen arms, I'm not going to lie. Like, Dennis Santana's been really good this year. No one's talking about it. I know he's got... Yeah, no, Dennis Santana, his ERA is 1.42. He's pitched a lot. So, yeah. Paul Skeens just needs to get us to the 8th inning. So, Skeens is going to go 7 of shutout baseball. Dennis Santana will take the 8th. And David Bednar is going to take the 9th. Pirates going to win either 1-0 or 2-0. Okay? There's the script. I just told you. Pittsburgh money line at -115. Again, the Mariners will struggle mightily with Skeens. And the Pirates, I refuse to believe Pittsburgh's going to go to Seattle and go 27 innings without scoring a run. Okay? George Kirby, I know he's been better. He's still a little bit hittable, though. Pittsburgh should be able to get on the board at least a couple times. Just once is going to be fine, too, because Skeens will do the thing for us. Pittsburgh Pirates money line on the road here at T-Mobile Park in the Pacific Northwest. I'm taking the Pirates at -115. Okay, our 4th best bet of the video is our best player prop of the day. Give me PCA. James Wood is better than this guy, okay? I want to remind you of that. James Wood should be getting, he should be 2nd right now in the MVP race, not Pete Crow-Armstrong. But it's okay. It's okay. I will admit PCA is a great ball player. So today, again, we are going to go with Pete Crow-Armstrong, though, over 1.5 total bases. There's a couple reasons why I like this. This one doesn't really matter that much. One, the game is on ESPN, nationally televised spot. They are doing 2 Sunday night baseball games tomorrow, or today. St. Louis Cubs, and then Texas, San Diego. I wanted to go Padres money line today, but I'm not sure who's pitching for them, so I'm going to stay away. I guess I'll just right now. There are some bonus bets I'll throw in today. Padres money line is assuming their starting pitcher isn't horrible. I don't know who it's going to be yet, but as of now, I'm planning going Padres money line. I'm not staying away from the Astros today. I would consider, the 2 I'm going to do today, the 2 extra bets, money lines, Padres, and actually there's 3. Padres, White Sox, Marlins. Those are the 3 I like today. Marlins, Edward Cabrera. I don't know what Woodruff's going to be in his first start. And then I think the Sox actually complete the sweep. Shane Smith and Chase Dollander. Dollander's not good at home, so I'm going to the White Sox there. Okay, those are the extra bets. Padres, White Sox, Marlins. Okay, so yeah, the reasons why I like PCA today, national televised spot doesn't really matter. Eric Fetty's the first reason. Fettuccini hasn't been good this year. He's not what the Cardinals paid for. Eric Fetty's looking more like Washington Nationals Eric Fetty, even though, I'd still take this Eric Fetty to pitch for my baseball team this year. If it's Eric Fetty versus Mitchell Parker or Shinosuke Agaswada or Trevor Williams, I'm taking Eric Fetty. But Fetty's got a 4.56 ERA, and his last 2 starts have been really bad. Now, it does, this does beg the question, okay, he's got to be better this time around, right? He's not going to have 3 really bad starts in a row. Probably not. I mean, if you're ballsy enough, you can take St. Louis money line at +180 today here on the road in Chicago. I just need PCA to come through. I look at Fetty's last 2 starts against the Cubs in St. Louis, 3 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs. Against the Pirates on the road, This was really bad. We had Cardinals money line that day on Monday, June 30th. 5 innings, 10 hits, 7 runs. Okay, so that's when I gave up on Erick Fedde. I'm never putting my hard-earned US dollar on Erick Fedde ever again. So today we're going to fade the guy. Pete Crow Armstrong is 4 for 8 so far in this Cubs-St. Louis series. 2 very different games. The first game of the series on the 4th of July. PCA went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs. Wow. You know? I mean, James Wood went 5 for 5, in all fairness, on July 3rd, but it's okay. You know, not everyone can go 5 for 5. And then PCA yesterday, though, goes 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. So, mixed bag, obviously. But yesterday, a much tougher matchup for PCA. Lefty-lefty spot against Matthew Liberatore. Erick Fedde is going to be mashed potatoes here for Pete Crow Armstrong, okay? PCA will dominate the matchup. Erick Fedde just throws meatballs right down the middle of the plate. I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, it's nothing. There's literally nothing special about Erick Fedde right now. He has no break on his stuff right now. The velo doesn't look all that great, and he's coming off a month of June, by the way, where his ERA was 5.93. Okay, and we talked about it too with the Chicago Cubs, right? I mean, there's protection around the lineup everywhere for PCA. He hits behind Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, and Seiya Suzuki. Yeah, you get through that gauntlet, and then here comes PCA, who is an MVP candidate. Yeah, taking the Chicago Cubs again. I would think players like PCA rise to the occasion on national television. I can't even say James Wood does that because he's never afforded the opportunity. James Wood, by the way, guys, has never played on national television in his career. The Home Run Derby and then I guess the All-Star Game will be James Wood's first ever appearances playing Major League Baseball on ESPN. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I mean, I get it. We're like the worst team in the National League other than the Rockies. Regardless, give me Pete Crow Armstrong over 1.5 total bases here at home at Wrigley Field against Erick Fedde and the Cardinals. -105. Really like it. I don't know why the line's this low, even though PCA, I believe, has the shortest odds to actually go over 1.5 total bases in this game. Anyways, give me PCA here at home at Wrigley Field. Final best bet of the video. We got to go to the nightcap. You know, got to go to it. 7 o'clock start time, 7:05. Start time over in Sacramento, California at Sutter Health Park between the Athletics and the San Francisco Giants. I'm taking the Sacramento Athletics to win. These two teams have split the first 2 games of the series. Justin Verlander, not forgetting, pal. That was disgusting what you did on the 4th of July. Time to hang it up, Unc. Anyways, though, yesterday a 7-2 victory for the A's. Saw it coming, you know I did. Luis Severino went under his strikeouts like we thought. Logan Webb pitched well. Willie Adames came through. That means he's going to disappear now for a month because he fleeced the San Francisco Giants. So I think it's a really good spot for the A's to bounce back, okay? I think, again, we look at what the A's did in Tampa. They won 2 of 3. They won the first game and blew out Justin Verlander and the San Francisco Giants 11-2. Yesterday, right, a 7-2 loss. But a lot favors the A's today. First of all, the pitching matchup favors the A's. And really, this is the biggest reason why I'm picking the A's. Jacob Lopez quietly has been really good this season, okay? He had a really rough start because he got called up. He has 2 late starts in May on the 23rd and the 29th against the Phillies and the Blue Jays. His Phillies start was really good, but in that Blue Jays start, he got blown up. Only got 5 outs, 6 hits, 7 runs. The Phillies start on the other hand, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. So far the month of June, I guess the month of June's over. Jacob Lopez, though, in the month of June at a 2.64 ERA. You take away his last start against the Tampa Bay Rays, where he didn't do all that great, his ERA is about at 2 exactly. So Jacob Lopez had a stretch where he went 6 shutout innings against the Royals, 6 innings, 1-run baseball against the Houston Astros, and 7 shutout innings against the Detroit Tigers in back-to-back-to-back starts. This is a more than capable pitcher against a lineup in San Francisco that still leaves a lot to be desired. And a lineup in the Giants who I don't like them against left-handed arms. I really don't because, and I get it, Devers has kind of figured it out, maybe. I don't know yet. That's the jury's still out there. But you got a lot of left-handed bats in this lineup, right? You got Yaz, and again, they will maneuver their guys, obviously, with the lefty on the mound, but a lot of their big producers are lefties, with the exception of Ramos. Matt Chapman's back, obviously, which is a huge addition or re-addition to San Francisco. I mean, they needed that guy. But their big contributors on this team, Yaz, Jung-Hoo Lee, Dom Smith, Devers. I mean, there's 4 of your guys right there are all left-handed hitters, and they will struggle with a lefty like Jacob Lopez, who's been really good this year. Again, 3.88 ERA, but if you take away some blow-up starts against the Rangers in April, against the Blue Jays in late May, and then I guess that start against the Twins, you know, it's been really good. Flip side, Hayden Birdsong pitching for the Giants, the 23-year-old with a 4.3 ERA. Again, Birdsong is considered an opener. He's going to go 5 innings, though, approximately, maybe a little bit less. Birdsong's been really bad. And here's the thing. Again, Jacob Lopez knows how to pitch in Sacramento. He's done it a lot this season. Arguably, he's kind of had the same splits on the road and at home, unlike Luis Severino. But if you're a pitcher like Hayden Birdsong, and this is where Justin Verlander struggled, and we've seen a lot of pitchers so far this year who've never pitched in this minor league park, at least at the major league level yet, in Sacramento. We've seen pitchers who've struggled this year. They go into Sacramento and they struggled even more, like Justin Verlander. He got completely blown up in his start on Friday against the Athletics. I think the same thing's going to happen to Hayden Birdsong. Hayden Birdsong has only gone four innings in his last 3 starts. Against the Red Sox, 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs. Marlins, 4 innings, 4 hits, 7 runs. D-backs, 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs. Common denominator is that the San Francisco Giants lost all 3 of those games. Birdsong gets hit, and he gets hit early in starts. And sure, I have detailed my frustrations at times with the Athletics, how I feel like it is just the most top-heavy lineup in all of baseball. They just got Zach Gelof back, which is cool. I'm glad he's back. I think, Gelof's rookie year was great. I remember him and Soderstrom debuted on the same day. I was at that game, and Gelof was the guy who took off. Unfortunately, last year wasn't very good, and Soderstrom's now obviously one of their main guys. But we'll see. Gelof's back again, went 0 for 4 yesterday. I'd assume he'd be back in the lineup today. But it is a very top-heavy lineup. I always talk about the key 3, Butler, Wilson, Rooker. Nick Kurtz is batting .240. Great power bat, obviously. And then Shea will have his days. Soderstrom will have his nights. Denzel Clark will make some amazing plays, and if he gets lucky, he's going to muscle one out the park. But yeah, there is a lack of consistency, obviously, with the bats of the Sacramento Athletics. But again, I think the major factor, and really the only factor you can really look at when you pick games at Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, where air is thin, ball flies, it's hot. And I get it, it's a 7 o'clock game, but still, you got to look at what Hayden Birdsong's done. I don't think his problems that he's had in his last 3 starts are just going to automatically fix itself. I mean, he's pitched 80 pitches really in each of his last 3 starts in 4 innings. And you're going to be getting really hit around here. I mean, he had trouble in Arizona. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of trouble in Sacramento. Not even because the A's are some dominant force. Again, though, ball flies, air's thin, it's hot, and you've got guys like Butler, Wilson, and Rooker to deal with, alongside the power bats of Kurtz, Shea, and Soderstrom. Sure, the bottom of the lineup, Muncy, Gelof, Clark. I don't know what to say about that. But I do just think the A's are going to see a lot of success today. And I think Jacob Lopez, again, it's a great matchup for Lopez against a lot of lefties in this Giants lineup, and a Giants lineup that we've seen time in and time out this season really struggle with runners in scoring position, really struggle just with anybody on base, and struggle with good left-handed arms. Jacob Lopez is that. He's been on an upward trajectory really since, he had some blow-up starts early in May, or late in May. I think Jacob Lopez, again, had his best month of his pro career, obviously, in the month of June. I think he's going to parlay that into a good start here in the month of July against the San Francisco Giants here in the Battle of Northern California. So give me, I want to say Oakland, give me Sacramento Athletics money line here at home against the Giants, -110, games even. I'm going with the A's to beat the Giants and win the series 2-1. So folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets here on July 6th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, for our July 7th MLB Best Bets, and go make sure to check out Greedo Plays MMA with our UFC Nashville predictions as well. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.